Hey, it's Jeff. Welcome back to another video after I don't know how many months. But since last time I've moved. I don't know if there's any other updates other than that. Just moved. And we are back playing chess. This person, he asked for some advice, and I completely forgot about it. I was gonna do a review of his channel. Um, and then he ended up being available to play a game. So I think we're playing like 3 games, maybe 2. And then I'll probably just look at his channel, give him some advice. But okay, let's see what's been happening so far. So I just played the Carol Con because I used to play it. Um, I have no idea about theory, so I just kind of develop. And the goal is really just to castle. So notice I'm about to castle. He has not moved a lot of his pieces on the king side to castle. So that's one thing where I feel like I'm a little bit ahead on development. If you want to castle, you could go for this and queenside castle, and then it turns into like they're trying to attack this way, I'm trying to attack that way. I don't know if they're gonna do that. It does seem kind of risky, especially being a lower rated player, to go for something like that. And now they kind of don't do anything towards development in a way. This does bring out, they could get the bishop that way. They could be doing that. But it seems like, notice how I already said I developed by castling my king. He kind of wasted time. He could have moved a bishop and moved a rook if he was going to try to do it that way. But this just creates an extra move on top of already being behind on development. And generally it's okay, but especially if they're going to try to castle this way, moving pawns in front of the king gets kind of risky. This is a blitz game though, so anything can happen. I also thought of putting the queen here, but that would just hang it. So tip, you always think about what if it's going to go there. Do they have any checks captured in threats? And they do. Stronger players would generally immediately see that, okay, this is bad, but weaker players, they might think of this move and consider it for a long time, saying, oh, I'm about to hit this pawn and stuff, and then not realize that, oh, they could just lose it. So really got to do the blunder checks. That's the main thing in trying to get better. Is just doing a blunder check for each move. Okay, also, it's been so long since I don't even know if I'm sharing my screen properly. But I just moved a bishop. I have no idea. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to watch more Naroditsky videos because his speedruns, I really think they are helpful even up to like the 2000 level and probably higher. Even when he's playing like lower rated players, because there's going to be some stuff that he does in the opening that kind of just makes sense, I guess. And he'll explain it really well. So you don't really have to read books anymore when you can just find someone that plays a consistent repertoire and they're being instructive. I feel like that's definitely an ideal way to learn. I guess Chessable kind of does that as well, but you have to spend like $150 million to get a course. So I recommend Naroditsky speedruns. And if I had more free time, I would definitely look at some of those to try to improve. Or even just have a repertoire that I just use for streaming. Because if I go to tournaments and stuff, then everyone would know my prep for the most part. But if I did prep seriously, I would just be using Chessable, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, they're just attacking me. I'm actually somewhat scared. Although, you always have to keep in mind they are lower rated, so there might be some tactics that they fall into at some point. Um, in fact, if I move this knight, I'd be hitting this pawn twice and it'd be defended once. But I don't really want to do that now. I don't really go here because they could take, and then they win a pawn. So I want to go here first, so I have extra room to move the knight, and then I'll still be attacking. Now they might just move something like that anyway, just go for attacking. So I really don't know what I should be doing. I'm probably just losing, to be honest. Like I talked a big game about castling early, but their king actually looks pretty safe. I'm not doing anything to it, but these pawns look dangerous. So, this bishop is a defensive piece. It's probably decent. I don't think I want to take and open things up because eventually the knight's going to move and then the queen would be here. The pawn would have retaken and that would have been bad. So I think it's actually better to just do this anyway. And if they do take, you might not immediately go here, but that's still a problem that they would have to solve later. And actually, if they go here and I take, they would win some stuff. So my position is pretty terrible, not gonna lie. I am threatening to exchange this though, so I do like that. So if they were to take, I could do that. So that gives me some time. I could go here, take, and if they go here, that seems annoying. And you can't just assume that they're going to be bad, you just assume that they're going to play the best moves. I'm thinking of this, it kind of seems like a good defensive move. And then if they want to trade the stuff, then I'll get the bishop here. I feel like their attack is a little bit less. Also, taking with this pawn opens up my rook to go here, and then on an open file against their king. And then the fact that they haven't castled could become relevant. Now I do kind of want to go here, because I'm not scared of them coming here anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have time to get the queen to the square anymore. That's why I feel somewhat comfortable doing this. There's even an interesting move bringing the bishop back here. And then they can't even... Okay, so that's how they get this here. So they might try to do this and then go here. I have lots of time to figure out what I want to do though. Actually, I don't. I have 40 seconds left. This is a blitz game. Jeez. Oh, also they're threatening. Am I losing? Let's give a check, maybe? Actually, I don't know. Shoot. Okay, let's go here. I'm about to lose. I'm gonna stop talking and try to focus. Might do this, I don't know. I mean, bishop here still seems good. And maybe queen here. Okay, I should definitely move the rook here next. Have this square if I need it. Oh, okay. Whoa, you didn't take? So confused. Take with the queen, please. Okay. That gives me enough time to do something. Ooh, do I have enough time? Am I gonna stalemate? Oh, I'm so... Oh, I'm hanging everything. Oh my god. I got so lucky. Point two. I got so lucky. I panicked and I could not figure out how to win there. Okay, we gotta play faster. We can't spend all time trying to be instructive. Or that happens. Wait, is it my turn? Oh. Okay, London system. But this is a lesson, though. Like, you can beat much higher rated players. It might take a lot of games sometimes, but they're not invincible. Especially when they haven't played in forever. Like, I've literally just done Puzzle Rush since I've been gone. I haven't even done the in-game mode. There's like some new people coming up. Okay. I've been gaining subs on YouTube though, surprisingly. And I feel bad because I've been making videos and I see some people leave. Like maybe they subscribe and then they see there's no videos coming and they leave. But I've been just working. Might do some more chess at some point though, like I'm doing now. But yeah, this person. Okay, was they moved the bishop all the way back, which I feel is bad. Um, the bishop was fine on f5. They do this thing again where they move both those pawns where you would want a castle, which I still don't like. But they also do this where they push, which is dangerous if I castle right into it. So, I don't know, it's interesting. So I'm just not going to castle right away because that just looks dangerous. I have no idea what I want to do. I guess I'll castle this way. Oh, not a castle. I don't like this for them at all because now I'm just going to open up their king position really easily. Where they don't have pawns like if they had a pawn like around here trying to break the pawn chain in this way, maybe I'd be more scared, but I feel like this is getting ready to open up things against their king. Do I go here? I feel like they take, and then I don't like something about this. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna move back. Because I mean, they could have taken, and then I would have taken this way, and they might have traded bishops. I didn't really want to do that right away, but now maybe this is also not ideal. Because if I move the bishop back, they can take the pawn. Well, I could take with the queen, but then they have a discovery with the knight. So I'm just gonna take, and then I'll take this way, and I'll move back somewhere. I guess here. Now maybe they do something like this and that. Okay, so they're trying to go here, but I'll just block that way. So I'll try to just open up. Oh wait, they also hung this, but I don't know if it's worth doing this because they move a rook here, and then if they ever open things up, it might be more annoying for my king. Okay, they moved the queen there, which I'm not scared at all of. Now I'll go here, just so if they move the knight, I can remove the bishop that's guarding the king. And then they might have some dark square weaknesses. Okay, now they're trying to do the same thing. They're really good at like the bishop and queen batteries, I see. This is actually a better one than the last one they tried, because it would be somewhat annoying if they did this. Question is, can I go here? They take, I take, they take, they go here. It's probably not that good. What if I go here first, and then they go there? Then I go here. Take. I feel like it's probably fine. Even if they take this way and then do this and then do this, I can do that. They do this and do that. And I'm attacking that, they have to move back. But now I have pawns all in their space, and then move a rook to attack. Okay, I'm confused. I guess I'll still go here. Why not? I don't know what they're gonna do. Usually you move a rook here, so you're about to push a pawn. Are they trying to move the bishop back? I have no idea what's going on. Seems like they just make some moves that kind of shuffle around. Like this probably would have been a better move to play somewhat earlier. Um, okay, I could take and then take. Do I like that? I don't know. Or I could. Hmm, really don't know. Okay, I'll take this way. Oh, they could take with that though. I don't really like. Then that actually makes their move genius. because I made their rook better. But if they take this way, I was thinking of just pushing this. Oh, that's kind of stupid too, because they just go here again. So, do I just go for the pawn? I guess I'll do that. Now if they go here, well, I have this move now, if they do. They could also try to win this pawn back pretty easily. I don't know if I care to protect it. I might just look for something else to do. If I wanted to, I could probably go there to try to protect it. Okay, so I do that, and I'm gonna go here. I also could look into that move. Okay, never mind. Now we get a good pawn center. Threatening to do this. We just have complete control of the center, I feel. Okay, so do we want to do this now? Probably. Now, if they were to push some pawns, I'd probably just push like that, like not just trade. This knight probably should get into the game. There's a good outpost square here. Maybe I want to go here, attack this, get close towards their king. I think I'm going to go for this one, because how do you defend that h5? This also defends the d5 pawn as well. And they can't really kick the knight with one of their pawns. So this position has got to be winning for me currently. Okay, I'm pinned. And I will go here. So now if they take, I have even more pawns in the center. Ready to just demolish the king. They do have this, where they're, I don't know how good some of this would be for them, but... Okay, what do I do? Okay, we're running out of time again, so I gotta move. I'm gonna do this, and then bring the queen in. Oh, okay. Let's go here, open things up. Now I'll go here. Let's go here. Everything's protected. Okay. This gotta be good. Try to get someone to 7th rank. Oh wait, yeah, we could do this. Oh wait, no, I did not have checkmate. Okay, another close one. Rematch. Gotta move even faster this game. Play Sicilian. I'm probably gonna be too tired to look through the profile. The games are actually pretty close. For me just trying to explain stuff, and I don't know. My heart was racing at the end of the first game though. But this one, like or the last one, I was able to kind of puzzle rush the mate out, where it didn't seem like it was going to be too much trouble. But that's the power of like a lot of pawns in the center. Like if you have connected pawns in the center and your opponent doesn't, you just have so much space and you can just do anything. I'm just looking at this move to make at some point. I don't know if f4 is a move that they ever make. Like maybe they do it now, maybe they do it later. But I kind of want to do this. We kind of have three pawns in the center, um, and they only have one. And I don't know what the pros and cons are to these kind of structures. There's another thing where you watch like a grandmaster do a speed run, they'll be able to explain what's what, where you want to put your pieces based on the pawn structure. I don't really know a lot of that stuff. Like I'll play some moves that are good and have some ideas, but overall, I'm just guessing most of the time. But because I have a lot of experience playing chess, some of the guesses are a little more right than most people. But it's also like such bad knowledge that I have that grandmasters would beat me every game pretty much. So it's like almost like an infinite skill ceiling. It seems like you could just spend 20 years studying chess and still learn new stuff every day. Okay, what are they doing? This is the last game. They moved. I don't know if they were busy. Um, I'll just do this. If they move this, I swear. Okay. See, I already know how they play. I don't like it. They're just wasting some moves in the opening, I think. Maybe they play this at some point? I don't know. Like instead of castling, do they just try to attack? They're not stream sniping, since I'm not streaming. Looking at tactics, like if they move the bishop, this would attack the pawn. But again, if they move the bishop here, we had that same discussion as the first game where you don't want to go here because it would hang the queen. So what's going on? They spent 1 minute 50 seconds. I mean, I could try to look at, well, I was gonna say I could look at some of the games we played to just give some analysis and burn some time on the clock to make it more fair, but I feel like sometimes chess.com thinks it's cheating when you bring up like extra games. So I'm not really gonna mess with it, even though this is an unrated game. Yeah, this might be the end. So let me flip the board. Look at it from their perspective. E4, reasonable move. Oh wait, they moved. They castled. Okay, so if I go here, take, 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 it would not be good for me. I don't think. I could do this though, and maybe take a page from their book and go for a battery to try to win that. Why not? Let's just try it. They might also do this at some point. I don't know. But they probably will see through the threat. Or not. I don't know. It's a coin flip, I think, at this rating. But this is kind of like telegraph. Like, you know I am trying to take this pawn. I don't know what the rating cutoff where you just immediately know this, though. Oh, they have no time now. Okay, so we will review some of the first two games. Try to give some tips. Look at the board from their perspective. And I don't know. Let's see. Where's the game history? Well, actually, no. We should look at the rapid games because they actually play a lot of Blitz. They play more Bullet. Um, and they barely play any rapid games. So if you want to improve, you should probably be playing more rapid. because you actually have time to think. If you play mostly Blitz and Bullet, especially if you mostly play Bullet, you're not really improving your actual chess. So you play a lot of Bullet, you won't get that much better at Rapid Chess. But if you play a lot more Rapid and get good at thinking slowly, then you learn what things you can actually shorten to apply to your Bullet. So you play enough Rapid, you can improve your Bullet when you just get more experience playing fast. But the reverse isn't that true. It can be, I guess, for lower rated players, but in general, it's just not really gonna be that good. So I'd recommend playing a little bit more rapid, even if you're doing like one game a day or 3 games a week or something. Like ideally, I'd say one game a day of rapid would probably be decent, especially if you try to analyze it afterwards without an engine. And I'm giving advice that I don't even follow, but it's stuff that I've heard like strong players say before. That would be helpful. Let's see. Let's take a look at this game. It was in December, but okay. So you play e5. Yeah, I probably would take here, but again, I don't know opening theory. What ended up happening? Actually, refresh. I don't like how it does that. What ended up happening is you moved and then they get a center and you just moved back. So it's like you just gave them free moves. So this opening already kind of didn't go your way. So I guess there's some basics of how to develop effectively that might be helpful. Yeah, I don't know how much opening advice to really to give to, because usually say should be somewhat stronger before you try to learn a lot of theory, but also stuff like this on like the second move that just turned into something where you have to go back and have such a worse position already doesn't seem right either. So I don't know. Then they play some weird stuff. Move on to H file. Redevelop. They play even more weird stuff, weakening their king, especially if they're going to castle this way. And then you play some weird stuff. So you move your bishop in front of this pawn. So this is like really bad piece coordination. Maybe you're trying to protect this pawn, but this pawn can protect it while also opening up this bishop. So this way, you make it hard to develop this bishop. It's also hard to develop this knight because the knight already can't go here. Going here is putting on the edge of the board, which might be okay, and maybe you'd be okay with them taking because you get the bishop here. But the other way to develop this knight would have been if at some point you move this and then you move the knight here, and it's also protecting this knight and can eventually go here as well. Or maybe you move the bishop first and then here, and then if somehow they have a bishop here and they take, then you can take back with the knight, and it'd be on a pretty decent square. You go here, and I feel like it's just bad coordination. But then they play even worse moves, where they're just playing on both sides of the board, throwing pawns. No matter what side they castle, they're going to be weak. Then you kind of match that with your own move, which is kind of okay, but you could also ignore it because it's not going to do anything. They might actually just be trying to push this pawn as far as they can, and they're just wasting moves while you could be trying to develop. This is like what it was like in our game earlier, where I castled early, and I was saying that you didn't have the ability to just quickly castle, you'd have to move 2 pieces. This is kind of the same thing where you're actually doing better here, even though you made some inaccuracies in the opening so far. And they're just moving pawns. I don't think they know how the pieces move. Okay, move bishop. Then you move this, which does block in the bishop, but it opens up this bishop. And the position is kind of cramped, so it's not really the worst thing in the world. I guess it's okay. I probably would have taken with the pawn just to get more of a center. So then I could push, and if they take, I take back with the pawn and have 2 pawns in the center. That's kind of like what I had in the last game. You go here, and now you end up with this backward pawn situation, where if they could get rid of this knight and get a knight here of their own, that would be like really good for them. But they end up taking, giving you the bishop here, and getting you the structure that I was going for anyway. When you play a good move, you cut off their access to castling this way. Again, they traded their light square bishops, now their light squares are weak, and you have like really good control over these, so that's a really good move. And they're just moving pawns again, not developing at all. You're not castling, you're just moving pawns, kind of blocking in this bishop even more. But I guess it's a response to... I don't know what it's a response to exactly, because if you're worried about this, they could have also just moved it twice in the first place. So, I don't... There could be other reasons to move that pawn, though. Okay, do castle. You castle that way, so I would have definitely castled king side still. But maybe it's okay. But I feel like they're kind of back in the game. Well, no, they're not. They just moved the knight all the way back. Well, I guess maybe they're trying to do some fancy maneuvers. They are. Okay. So yeah, this is why I don't really like it for you. Because, look at this. It's white's winning now. I just feel like they're gonna get a really good attack. Okay, just some pawns were hanging. So what went wrong exactly? So this pawn somehow got lost when it was protected 3 times and attacked once. Let's see what happened. You moved the rook, undefended the pawn, but it's okay because we got 2 things defending it. You move the queen out the way, removing another defender on a pawn. And then you move the bishop. So just 3 moves where you got rid of all protection of this pawn, and then it eventually fell. So, and this is kind of what led them to break through and win the game. And now look, this knight is kind of trying to protect too many things. At some point, I guess this would have been good to protect this pawn even further. So I don't know if you lose any more pawns because you didn't do that. I don't know. Okay, unfortunately, this pawn is here, or else you would have this check and winning the queen. That would have been sick. Yeah, that's tough. Wait. Oh yeah, you can't really do this because of that. Ooh, okay. You do have a check up there, and then maybe h5 check, or that's probably better. But yeah, it's like it's just over. Okay, yeah, so I don't know if it was just losing that pawn. I mean, you did have so many... Like here, you had so many things protecting this pawn, and then it slowly went away. You can see that the eval bar just kept going more and more into white's favor. So just looking at what's protected, what's defended, especially when you make a move, if you're undefending something, you should be aware of it. Even if you still have things guarding it, you should kind of keep track of how many pieces are guarding certain things. Do some tactics, look for checks, captures, and threats, and that's really the main advice I can think of. There's probably like some opening stuff you should do too, but I don't really know what the best way to go about learning openings is, to be honest. But definitely, like, if not the opening principles, but figuring out some player that plays openings that you like, or like, what I really do like the Naroditsky speed runs. Even Chess Pro has like their own one. I don't know if they do the same openings each time, but there's someone that plays like a consistent repertoire and they're being instructive. I think that's probably a good place to start. So, hope you enjoyed and found that useful, and see you whenever I make the next video. I don't really have any plans for when I'm going to do that, but if you made it this far, leave a suggestion of a video you'd like to see, and then if I see anything, I'll be more motivated to make it because it means you actually kind of watched it and want to see more content. So you drop in the description, well, not in the description, just drop a comment what you want to see from the channel, and if I see any comments, then I will look into making one. I'll respond either way. So that's one way to get a response from me. See ya.